I come from Valencia in Spain, and we are in Kilifi, enjoying our time and working. I would say I'm a sporadic traveler. I don't do many trips, but when I do, I like to make them last longer than a holiday trip would. Like in this case, 1 month, I think is enough time to meet local people and to understand the local culture. And less time than that makes me feel too stressed to see everything I can in the shortest time possible. I work as a software engineer for a company in Barcelona. It really doesn't matter where I'm working from because in the end I'm just connecting to another computer and do things there. So coming here hasn't had any effect on the work I do other than having a nicer environment. Well, it's something I had been looking for a while, and I managed to work remotely full time about 6 years ago. But it did require searching for jobs that included that possibility. First, it was a part-time in the office, part-time remotely, and then I finally found something that I enjoyed doing and was also remote. Yes, I would suggest you don't discard possibility of talking to your boss and asking for a partial remote uh, day, maybe at first once a week, twice a week. When they see that you are as productive from home or even more than in the office, then it will be much easier to convince them to let you work remotely full time. Something that worked in my case at least. As in any negotiation, you have to offer something to them. And in my case, it was more focused time, less interruptions in my work. And in the end, that meant more productivity. So as soon as I could prove that it was true by having 1 day a week off, well, not off, but working remotely, it was easier to set up a 50% time office and remote work, and then later on we talked and they agreed to let me work from home and go for only for very special meetings to the office, which after the pandemic has become much easier to convince people because everybody had to stay home. Well, you have to be a little bit structured. You need to have an agenda of what you are supposed to do at work and what you want to visit. And once you have this working hours set up, then you can start organizing the rest of the day. It doesn't have to be maybe a normal 9 to 5 work. You can probably do 3 or 4 hours early in the morning and then 3 or 4 hours later in the evening, and that way you have the whole day to organize for visits, trips, or anything you want to do. It's basically the same advantages you have when you are in your home, so you can arrange yourself to go shopping or anything, except that you are in a more exotic place
Like Kenya?
like Kenya. Well, it sure depends on what kind of relationship you have with your partner. I mean, if there is an honest relation with trust, then and we all want our partner to feel well. My wife knows I enjoy nature a lot and like hiking and going on weekends, but so talking about living for a whole month was not such a hard thing. It was just she was a little bit surprised the first time I said it, but I haven't had any more trouble. Besides, with the communications today, we speak every day, maybe several times even, and it hasn't been any kind of problem at all. As long as you keep doing your job, you will not have any problem being a nomad and traveling around the world while you work. In fact, I think it has advantages rather than being a tourist. Because since you stay longer, you can meet more people and do more things that the local people do, which is very enriching and culturally very teaches you a lot. Or I would like to go and travel to Cape Town in South Africa, but it's something I will organize for next year. I I can't travel as much as I would like, but this is going to be a look. I'm looking forward to that next trip, which will certainly happen.